I want to talk about books. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sparrow Catches Up, a channel where I delve into all of the things that make our hearts race. Today, we're going to be looking at my physical to be read shelf. They're all horror novels, so I promise it's going to be a little bit spooky. I'm going to give a summary of these books as I understand them. Obviously, I haven't read them yet. And three things that I am hoping to get from each of these novels. And I hope that you will stick around and share with me if you've read them or a little bit about your to be read shelf. First up, we have Sundial by Catriona Ward. I wish this was a prettier copy to show you, but I did get it secondhand. This is about a mother and daughter who take a trip to the mother's childhood home in the middle of the Mojave Desert called Sundial. There, the mother, Rob, begins to clue her daughter, Callie, in on some of her past. A past both disturbing and exciting. In Sundial, a terrible choice awaits, and Callie begins wondering if only one of them will be leaving alive. Now, what I'm hoping for from this is a bit of the same vibes I got from The Lamb in terms of mother daughter relationships. The Lamb by Lucy Rose, which I just finished recently and I need to do a video on. Oh my god, it's like the godfather of mother daughter toxic relationships. And I'm not saying that in terms of age, I'm saying that in terms of just how, oh my god, it is. Oh my god. I'm hoping for some daytime horror because I'm a huge fan of horror in the daylight. Midsummer is really good at daytime horror as far as like media goes. So having a daytime horror in a book form would be so good. I'm also hoping for a good twist out of this one. And a good twist for me is a twist I don't see coming. So we'll see if Sundial lives up to that. Next up, we have Hex by Thomas Old Heuvelt. The town of Black Spring has a secret, but not for long. The haunting of the town is about to go viral thanks to the teens who have become discontent with all of the rules their town has. What happens after is straight up medieval. And God, I really hope that's true. I'm really hoping for tons of secrets to uncover in here. I feel like this is the kind of book to have a whole bunch of secrets. This right here is their titular haunting. She's a witch. That according to the back of the book and what little of this I have read, I have started it a couple of times and then life just got in the way. Who has like her eyes sewn shut and I think her mouth sewn shut too. So come on, I gotta find out why. I think this is going to be a chance for some fun social media horror. And I really, really, really hope the idea of this woman sitting next to my bed or standing next to my bed keeps me up at night. Next, we have Mary, An Awakening of Terror by Nat Cassidy. I have heard amazing, amazing, amazing things about this. I've heard amazing things about Nat Cassidy. So excited. Menopause is hell. Hot flashes, body aches, voices in your head telling you to do horrible things. Something's changing in Mary. After being fired from her job, Mary moves back to her hometown to reconnect with herself. She's welcomed home by visions of mutilated specters that echo the experiences of an infamous serial killer. Then the killings begin again. What I'm hoping for from this is some gruesome horror. I want a thrilling story that makes me just whoosh through it. And I'm interested in the look into womanhood that this seems to promise. You have to very purposefully set something during like a menopause, perimenopause type, you know, era in a woman's life. So I'm interested to see what Nat Cassidy, a man, has to say about it. And I have heard that it's good. So we'll see. Up next, The Har by David Sodergren. And the cover art is done by one of my favorite horror artists, Trevor Henderson. If you have not seen his work, you might have seen it without knowing. Siren Head, for instance, is one of Trevor's creations and just kind of took off, and now a bunch of 12-year-olds are doing it. Anyway, Muriel McCauley has lived in Witch Haven her whole life, and she doesn't intend for that to change. Enter an overseas property development company threatening to evict all of the residents and raze Witch Haven to the ground. All hope seems lost until a mysterious fog rolls in. I need body horror from this. I'm not just hoping for it. I need it. I need body. Look at that. I need some body horror. I want some poignant undertones. It sounds like there's going to be some discussion perhaps about class or even like age here. And I'm, come on, gross fun. There's got to be some gross fun in here. Come on, Har, please. And look at how short he is. He can deliver. I know him. He can deliver. First thing you'll notice on this, I have tabs in him. I have gotten about as far as the first tab in it, and then I moved. I was reading this. My bookmark's still there. I was reading this at the beginning of this year, and then we moved into this apartment, and I just haven't picked it back up since. Not because I didn't like the beginning. Let me introduce you to The Reformatory by Tananarive Due. It's 1950 in Gracetown, Florida, and 12-year-old Robbie Stevens Jr. has been sentenced to 6 months at the Gracetown School for Boys. It's supposed to be a reformatory school, but Robbie's talent for seeing ghosts soon reveals that the school has much darker things waiting for him. On the outside, Robbie's older sister, Gloria, works tirelessly to get him out before it's too late. What I have read of this is hauntingly beautiful, and I haven't even gotten to the ghosts. I am hoping for a deep emotional story. I am ready for some terrifying secrets, and I'm pinning this now as a story that will haunt me forever, and I'm hoping that's true. Finally, last but not least, A God in the Shed by J.F. Dubow. I have been in love with this cover for forever. Small town life is quiet in St. Ferdinand. The only remarkable thing is its sprawling cemetery filled with the bodies of the St. Ferdinand killer, who has been active for nearly 2 decades. When the killer's finally caught, however, the resolution doesn't bring with it a sigh of relief. One resident, Venus Mackenzie, discovers a spirit with long-held ties to her town, and along with it, secrets darker than one can imagine. I am hoping that this might be a bit of a crime thriller, horror, had a baby sort of vibes, almost like The Whisper Man by Alex North, but I think this is going to lean heavier on horror, whereas Alex North's leaned heavier on crime thriller. I'm hoping for some bloody, unknowable things. And this one, I'm feeling inside of it. I can just, when I touch it, there's a twist in here. You have a twist in you, and I need to find it. So there you have it. A short but sweet one this week where I take you through my physical to be read shelf. Not everything on here is on my to be read list. Eventually, this will just be my to be read shelf, or perhaps a showcase of my favorite novels. So what's on your to be read pile right now? Physical or otherwise, I don't judge. Have you read any of the ones that I'm about to read? Do you have any thoughts about them? Do you want to read any of these? I would love to discuss. Bookish things make me so happy to discuss. If you want a rundown of my to be read pile digitally that I don't own yet, or that I haven't checked out from Libby, because I do patron my digital and local libraries quite often, please support your libraries. They're so important. They're so important. Please support them. If you're interested in that, let me know. I'm happy to take you through them and make little categorized lists if there's anything that you guys might be interested in hearing me talk about for some reason or another. There's a lot of nonfiction on there if you're interested. It's dark nonfiction, spooky nonfiction. That's the kind of nonfiction I like. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for sticking around and putting up with me through another shorter video. If you liked it, stick around. I talk about horror literature, horror movies, all things that make us look over our shoulders at night. Thank you guys again. I hope to talk with you guys in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't. Like the video. It helps me reach a wider audience and gets us more people to talk with us. Creep it real. Bye, guys.